Yo, yo.
What's going on?
Morning, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. We've made it.
We made it. It's a short week for me, man. Only 3 days, and this will be my second day this week running calls. So I think I got 6 calls and ready to knock them out. I'm hoping my son gets out of bed and decides to come to work with me. It's not technically a work day for him, so I'm trying to encourage him to ride along.
There you go. Mine's been wanting to ride all week, and just told him I had nothing for him to do. I like it. We're going to do 7 calls today, me and Bill. Good morning, Andrew.
Morning. Morning, Kyle.
Happy Friday, Kyle.
George.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You have a blessed weekend as well. Thanks for joining us. Well, we had a good one yesterday. We had over 20 people watching the show yesterday. I ain't seen that in a little bit.
That's because we had some all-stars on there.
Yeah, Travis. Andrew finished his week with, or he's going to, with the LG. Oh, yesterday, maybe. Nice, dude. Get it in. Good morning. It's a Facebook user. Gene. You remember Gene?
Gene Moody?
Yeah. Gene called me last night. Sold his first LG sealed system job yesterday after leaving Justin's.
Nice.
So he's excited and terrified, but he's ready. Super excited for him too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, Gene. My Zach, he ran into his first leak. He's probably done, I don't know, 20 plus compressors and just flawless, textbook installs. A few hiccups here and there, learning curves, etc. But he went out on one yesterday, and it was in a vacuum. He tapped into it, and he was in a vacuum, and he called me, and he's like, "Man, it's in a vacuum. I got a leak." I was like, "It's all good, man. Start with your fresh food evaporator. Get your spray bottle out. Like, you'll find it. It's not that. You got this, man." My mentor Bill, I was busy at the store yesterday. My mentor Bill met up with them and showed him how to do the evaporator. He'd seen me do one. I've only done 3 evaporators so far. He'd seen me do one. So Bill ran over there and, kind of guided him through it. And shout out to Bill Trice, the LG compressor master.
Shout out to Bill.
And knocked it out. Checked everything afterwards. He was good. Vacuumed it down. Charged it up and good to go. So shout out to Zach for his first leaky evaporator.
Good deal.
I think we're just super fortunate so far. But it's like we always say, man, when they go smoothly, that's not when you learn.
Yeah.
You think about all that Zach learned yesterday and all that we learn when the job doesn't go smoothly. It's like, we pray. We all, speaking of prayer, we need to pray, but I'll get this thought out first.
Yeah.
We pray for different things in life, whether it's to be a better husband, a better father, a better business owner, a better technician, whatever. A lot of times, the way God makes us better is by giving us uncomfortable situations. And I say this all the time, and I'm a true believer in it. You cannot grow in your comfort zone. If
Right.
you're comfortable in life, my friend, you're not growing. You're not expanding. You're not becoming better. If everything's just going smoothie and honky dory and it's all rainbows and butterflies, you're not becoming better in whatever aspect of life it is. Um, but let's pray this thing up, bro. You want to pray? You want me to pray? How's my hair look today? Oh, my hair looks all right.
Go
It's
ahead.
almost as nice as EJ's.
Mine gets this thing going.
No, that's what I'm almost mocking. I'm almost mimicking it this morning.
Yeah, yours looks sweet. You do it, man. I prayed yesterday.
All right,
I want to
let's
hear
do
you.
this. Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you for Friday. We thank you for a short week. We thank you for the rest and relaxation we got last weekend. I pray for everyone watching this today that you would just bless them, Lord, bless their families, bless their businesses, whether they're technicians or business owners or CSRs or whatever they are, Lord. Just bless them. We thank you for the Alliance community. We thank you for the opportunity to go out today and help some people. Help us to focus on you, focus on others, and just focus on being a blessing to people. We thank you for the times you give us to grow and the times you get us out of our comfort zone. Help us to be thankful for those. We love you so much. Forgive us of our sins and just help us to grow a little bit better today and do a little bit better. In the mighty name of Jesus, amen.
Amen. Yes. We had a couple comments come in here. Scott said he's going to be driving by you today, I think, to hook up, see if he can see you.
Yeah, man. I'll be out and about if you want to meet up. What time you got?
Kyle left 3 sealed systems on the table this week. Says it doesn't feel good either when I've diagnosed it, but can't repair it. I've been there, man. After I've done a few too many of those walkaways, I went and did something about it. I think
Kyle, is your boss willing to train you in sealed systems? Because you work for somebody. That's his responsibility to
yeah.
give you the training you need.
He
Now,
says,
if he's
"Trust me,
offering the
I've
training
been
and you're
trying."
not taking it, that's a different story. But if he's not offering you the training, that's not your fault, buddy. You don't have any you just need to go to him and say, "Hey, I need this training. I need to get sent down to Justin Gandy for a week or two."
Looks like he's been trying to get him to go. Let him know how much money he's leaving on the table, Kyle. Facebook user, he's agreeing. Bad times make good men. Good times make bad men.
Yeah, I've heard that
The
saying
idea there.
before.
The idea is there, man. So, you got a big week this week, man. Making big moves, ain't you?
Yeah, man. I didn't want to make this episode all about me, but I got a lot going on. If you follow the Alliance, I posted my TikTok account I started yesterday for Mechanicsville Appliance and Thrift. I'm going to be doing a real rough and nasty documentation of the entire process from yesterday, which was day one, all the way through. I plan to keep it going once we're in there doing videos of how we run the store. It's absolutely terrifying, dude. I'm terrified. I'm 100% out of my comfort zone. Um, Monkey wrenches are already being thrown into the mix. People saying they're going to do stuff and then backing out. And yeah, pretty terrifying, to be honest with you. So I'm leaning on the community. I'm leaning on my faith, and I'm leaning on the fact that it is what it is, man. I'm gonna do my absolute best with this. And at the end of the day, I hope and I pray, and I'm gonna do everything I can to make it as successful as possible. I had somebody yesterday that I semi respect. I wouldn't say I don't really put a whole lot of merit into what other people say, but to a certain extent, I do. And they were discouraging me and telling me how risky this is, and have I really thought about it, and have you thought about this, and you thought about that, and I took it all as good constructive criticism, and I took everything that he said and processed it. But then I also took it in. I was like, man, this guy doesn't think I'm gonna succeed. He thinks I'm crazy for doing this. And
Mm-hmm.
it kind of gave me a little bit more motivation. I was like, this is awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to succeed. Not to just say, hey, look, I did it, but you know,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, if you don't try, you'll never know. And it's
Well,
always been my dream since day one to open a store. Just a appliance store would be awesome, but an appliance and thrift store, I mean, that's right up my alley. So I'm excited about it.
that's the icing on the cake for you.
Yeah,
Uh, I've noticed a lot, man. When you try to do something different, there's always somebody out there that's negative, saying, "Oh man, good luck with that," or "Watch out for this." And I really try to just take it, but not take it negative.
yeah,
Just like you're doing is like, you know what? We're trying to do something to make something else work better, right? And to make your situation better. It doesn't come without work. It doesn't come without sacrifice. And it don't come without some level of fear. But I found if I just take all those comments and use them constructively, it's like, okay, I'm watching for that. Whatever part sucked for that person that I need to watch out for, I need some extra luck with. Yeah, I'm going to put a little more thought into it, and we're going to go in prepared and see what happens from it. Got
absolutely.
TK will be just fine. What God has for you is already yours. Doesn't mean it will be easy. Amen.
Thanks, Facebook user.
Thanks for sharing that. We are going to kick butt. I'm not in any doubt of that.
That must be Matt Harris.
That is Matt. Uh, Matt, the infamous Facebook user.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, this new venture is a three-way partnership. Me, my current business partner, and my longtime business associate, Matt Harris, who y'all know from the Facebook group. And so I got some really great partners. Matt's already been selling appliances and doing the scratch and dent and new appliances, some used. So it's a really good team already, and I just can't wait to see what's going to happen and how it's going to, I've never ran a store before. When I sold appliances before, it was used scrap appliances that I was getting for free out of my mom's garage. Like I was literally, when I got into appliance repair, I had a 2-car garage at my mom's house, and that joker was packed. I mean, front to back, just full of appliances, and I was selling them, buddy. And I didn't know shit from apple butter or tea from coffee when it came to appliances. I'd bring them home, I'd plug them in, and if they worked, I sold them.
That's
And
right.
that's how I got into this. But y'all know that story. I don't need to share
Yeah.
that again.
Well, it's like Bob says here, used appliances and thrifts, almost all profitable. Take stuff you get for free or very cheap and put a little bit of labor into it, and it's all profit. TK shared his story before, and I have as well. I got into this flipping as well. If you're looking to get into appliance repair, get you some scrap machines on Facebook or Craigslist and start seeing what you can do with it.
Yeah.
Dip your toes in the water. The money's good. And then if you want more of it, you go into service. Doug's giving
Yeah.
encouragement here. If you don't fail once in a while, you're probably not trying hard enough.
Yeah. I mean, look at Doug. He's a huge failure.
and, and he's doing great at it.
Yeah, and he's doing great. Just kidding, Doug.
He
We love
fails
you,
every
buddy.
day.
No, but he's absolutely right. If you're not failing, then that probably means you're not doing much. But I'm excited about it. I remember back in the day, man, when I was selling appliances, I'd just cruise around in I had a little 89 Chevrolet S10 pickup truck, and I'd cruise around, and I'd see a dryer sitting in somebody's yard. I'd pull up, ask them if it was trash, throw it in the back of the truck. It was so fun. Like, I know I'm not going to be doing that as much anymore because I'm still going to be running service because that's where my bread and butter is.
Yeah.
But if I'm on my way back to Mechanicsville in the evenings and I got room in the back of the van, I'll pick up old rusty dryer on the side of the road. I like following that Derek with 2 R's guy.
Yeah. He's
I don't
fun,
know,
ain't he?
is he a member of the Alliance group?
Yeah, he's actually been posting a little bit lately. I don't know when he got in, but when I noticed him, I started tagging his stuff. Derek Dennis with 2 R's. Well, he's fun.
Yeah, he is, and he's got quite the TikTok following too.
Yeah.
And but he does the same thing. Like, he brings home dryers he finds on the side of the road and flips them.
You watched him clean those washers? Like, I ain't seen anybody do it to this level. If you're in his area in Ohio and you're looking for a washing machine, you're going to buy the best, because he's taking the tub out and steaming and cleaning the basket, everything. This dude takes it completely apart and fixes everything. It's fun too, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. He seems like my kind of guy.
Yeah. Tattoos everywhere. Cool beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually you was talking about driving around town. I had put a GE side-by-side refrigerator out at the end of my driveway for my scrap guy to pick up. It wasn't junk. They brought it to me, said it was junk. I had it plugged in for a month. Never showed any issues. So I said, hey, you can have this thing back if you want. As we hook each other up. And he said, yeah, I'll be there in about 2 or 3 hours. And I live in a cul-de-sac in a neighborhood. So he calls me like 2 hours later. He's like, hey, EJ, I'm on my way over. I'm like, bro, it's gone. I thought you already picked it up. It's gone, man. So there's people out there doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a legit way to do it.
I remember one time I had my S10 pickup. It was loaded down with appliances, and I had a little bit of room left. I had a washer dryer that was fixed, that was ready to go on the back of my trailer. And I was driving through this neighborhood, and I saw a washer machine at the end of a guy's driveway. So I pulled up, I jumped out, I ran up to the door, knocked on the door. Guy came out, and I was like, I said, is that washer trash? He said, yeah. He said, I don't know what's going on with it. It goes through, the first part of the cycle and then just stops and never drains or anything. And I don't think, that sounds like a lid switch. And I said, well, I could probably either fix it or if you want, I could just haul it away from you. I said, I got a brand new washer dryer, not brand new, but a washer dryer set on my van. I said, you give me that one. I'll give you a deal on those. He was like, well, I got the dryer with it too. He said, it's starting to act up as well. So I hauled away his. I gave him a discount on the washer dryer that was on my trailer, helped him get them in, set them up, showed them they worked and all that. And it was perfect. And I missed, like, whoever said that in the comments. I love those days, but too busy with business now. That couldn't be more true, man. Those were the good old days of just riding around, picking up washers and dryers. And don't get me wrong, man. I love doing appliance repair. I love going to customers' houses and all that stuff. But anybody that knows me knows that I like the old treasure hunt. That's why I like thrift stores and yard sales and all that stuff. And when you find a good old direct drive or a double roller Whirlpool dryer on the side of the road, man, there's no better feeling in the world.
You're probably gonna fix it for less than $20.
Yeah, you're in the profit.
Money. That's man, I love the thrill of it too. To me, it wasn't so much the treasure hunt, but the same sentiment is like, I know what this is going to turn into. It was exciting because I didn't really know I was an entrepreneur until I started flipping appliances. Like, I picked up some stuff for like $20, put about $20 into it, made $300 or $400. Like, this is freaking cool.
Yeah.
Let me do it again. And then I did it again and again and again. And I see why them guys have garages full. That's why I got my first store, because we didn't have a garage. I had just a little basement laundry room, not like the full open basement, but it was just a little room in the basement that was unfinished. And I had 6 washers and dryers in it, and it was probably big enough for 2 sets. And my wife started getting on to me, like, get some of these things out of here. Like, every time she went to do laundry, she didn't know which one she was using, because I would have them different ones hooked up. Like, here, use this one for a couple of days.
Yeah, test this thing for me, mama.
Doug says your eyes are dancing as you talk about the hunt. Like, you got a sparkle in your eyes.
Oh man, I tell you what, boy. I think
it just rolled back in the back of your head.
I think I might take one day off a month and just rent a box truck and go hit a couple of auctions, go drive around town, pick up a few appliances. I mean, that'd be like a vacation for me. Because I don't know if all areas have them, but my local Goodwill has an outlet right here in Richmond. And they do auctions 3 days a week. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, they do auctions. You're not going to find a whole lot of appliances there. But back in the day when I was just flipping whatever, selling knickknacks, paddywhacks, and dog bones, that's where I got all my stuff from. I'd go to the auction and I'd spend $50. And I'd roll out of there with a 15-passenger van filled from the seats to the, I took all the seats out of the van and I'd fill that thing up for like $50, and I'd take it all home and sell it at flea markets and yard sales and eBay and Amazon and all that stuff. Does your area have those auctions or Goodwill auctions?
I've not seen them. My Goodwill, Goodwill's starting to overprice stuff. I've seen.
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous.
Like I guess free stuff's getting hard to buy. Like maybe their prices have gone up because their expenses have gone up. They're not paying any more to the employees, but they're still not paying for the stuff. But I kind of like going in there every now and again. Doug says, I need some help with some taglines, including our name, Action, for our upcoming commercials. Keep it clean. Anybody got ideas for Action Appliance?
Action Appliance.
Yeah, remember, this is
I'm thinking of all sorts of stuff, but none of it's clean, Doug.
This is Ask Us Anything Friday. Bring your questions.
That's a good question. That maybe we could You should post that in the alliance, Doug, and see what we can get. That would be some. The community could definitely help with that. But I will pre-warn you, knowing the alliance community, you're definitely going to get some inappropriate ones.
Just don't post it in the appliance hub if you want appropriate answers. If you do want inappropriate, check out the appliance hub. They're kind of fun
Yeah,
sometimes.
post it in the appliance hub, and you'll get some really good answers. None of them worthy of a commercial.
I'm doing my first real commercial next week as well. Doing it with the news station, the Fox channel. They're going to be filming us at a customer's house, a fake customer's house, and I'm kind of excited about it. See what that's all about.
So
I'm
is
gonna get
when you
getting
say
on that big
fake
level.
customer, is this
It's
somebody you know and they're just letting you use their house?
it's somebody that the woman at the news station knows
Oh,
that
okay.
allowed us to use their house. So they're not one of our customers yet, but we're going to be checking out their fridge, which makes them a customer.
Is it an LG fridge?
I hope so. I hope it's either LG or Samsung. I like those. That's like a treasure hunt for me. Paul says, I went to Goodwill for the first time ever the other day. I was looking for some mechanical watches for my new hobby. I'm tinkering on them.
That's cool.
No luck, though. Keep looking,
Yeah,
man.
there's it's funny you mentioned mechanical watches because that's one of the things that I look for when I'm out picking. Some of those watches, the mechanical watches, they go for big money. And if you know what you're looking for when you're out at yard sales and estate sales and stuff like that, there's some really the two things I look for at every single yard sale is jewelry, jewelry and watches as one, and video games. Every single time, every single yard sale, I ask every single person I go to at a yard sale, do you have any jewelry and watches, and do you have video games? Because what I've noticed is sometimes when you ask, they don't have it out at the yard sale, and they'll go inside and grab it. Oh yeah, I do have a bunch of old watches that I don't wear anymore. Oh yeah, my grandson or my son has a whole box of Nintendo games inside. I didn't even think to bring those out here. Next thing you know, you're getting an original NES with 14 games for $20 or some crazy deal like that.
Yeah, that's good advice, sir. I've never done that. And that's probably stuff that they didn't even think about putting out there.
Yeah.
I just come up with one. Dave Costanzo put it out for Doug. If your dryer's out of action, call action. I'm gonna put mine out here. Uh, don't just deal with your broken appliances. Take action.
I like that one.
We do have a question. How do I go about becoming factory authorized? Call them up. Depends on who you're looking for. Make a post in the Appliance Alliance. If you're looking for a certain brand, post it in there. Somebody will share a contact. That's what happens. I'm looking into getting LG authorized right now. I made a little post, and we've had 1,500 interactions on it already. So get on there. Check it out.
Me personally, I have zero interest in being factory authorized. But I understand why people do it. My qualm or my quarrel with these manufacturers and working for them is that if they're willing to pay me what I'm worth, I'll do their work. But I've only found one company that's willing to pay me close to what I'm worth. And I actually might sign up with them. But I think that part of elevating the industry is holding the manufacturers responsible and making them realize that us as technicians bring value and that we're not going to work for crumbs and that you need to pay us a respectable wage for the work that we do. And I don't know. I kind of have my own mixed feelings about that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
then on the flip side of it too, you have, you know, the access to tech support, you have the access to tech sheets. So it's like, how do you balance out that value? Because there is value in that. So, but I will say this, as far as becoming factory authorized, literally some Google searches will help you in the right direction. Go on Google and type in, how do I become Whirlpool authorized? How do I become LG authorized? The
Yeah.
majority of the time, there's a link that's going to take you to the application or whatever you need to fill out to do it. I looked into it before. I didn't fill out any of them, but it's all out there on the internet for most companies. You might have to do a little bit more digging. But like EJ said too, just post it in the group. I mean, I know there's guys that do a ton of factory authorized work or manufacturer warranty work. And they make it work. Like Phil from Atomic Tech, he does a ton of that type of work. Who else? John Toller Tough. They do a
Yeah.
lot of factory stuff. So there is money in it. I mean, people are being successful.
If you figure out how to play the game, that's one of the things I like to say is learn the rules to the game and play accordingly. If warranty's your game or factory authorizes your game, learn it because it's their game. They make up the rules, so use the rules to your advantage and make it work for you, or don't. I don't love warranty. I'm looking into this particular one for particular reasons. I've got an angle, and I'm interested in seeing if it'll work.
Yeah.
And we're gonna dip our toes in. Bob agrees here. He's seen people make a lot of money doing warranty. Uh, they often have a lot of employees. Small shops have a harder time. And to that point, very small shops starting out uh, tend to do well doing it to start out with. If you're trying to grow, it's not a bad idea. And that's one of my things is as I'm growing, I'm trying to supplement and fill the gaps.
Fill the
Uh,
gaps. I was literally about to say that exact phrase.
don't
Warranty work, whether it be third party or manufacturer, is a gap filler for a growing company. Even as companies starting out, like EJ said, when I first started, I was doing 210 um, cross country, and then I added on American Home Shield. I eventually dropped 210 cross country and strictly did American Home Shield. And they were all three of them, mostly American Home Shield, was a major part of my success as getting started in the appliance industry. But I use them as a gap filler. And I use them. You have to look at it. This is the way I look at it. You're either going to go out there and pay a bunch of money for marketing, which is perfectly fine, or you can use warranty companies and not spend as much in marketing, but you're probably going to make a little bit less in the end, but you're not paying that marketing price. So you have to balance out what's more important to you. And the cool thing about warranty work for me, especially third party warranty, was that I gained so many customers that bought a house, and after they bought the house, it came with a 1 year home warranty or whatever. I came out during that period. They fell in love with me, and then after that year, they never renewed their thing. But I'm their appliance guy now, and that goes for homeowners. That goes for property management. I probably picked up about 5 or 6 different good property management um, deals through home warranty, where the homeowner had a home warranty, the property manager was coordinating the repair. I met them, they liked me, and to this day, 8 years later, I'm their appliance repair guy.
Yeah, that's the name of the game is get people to know who you are and build that relationship. Don't matter how you get a magnet on their fridge and they'll call you back.
Magnet.
That's the uh, what else going on? Got some questions? Got a lot of you
Fire them off,
watching.
guys. Fire them off.
Let us know what you want to talk about. I like my description we make. It's all about you. You ask the questions and we make up the answers. We don't know if they're right, but they're ours.
Yep.
We'll make up whatever answer we want.
I know one thing, man. When this store does finally open, I'm gonna be cranking out some videos. Because like one of the biggest things that I've always struggled with, as far as like making videos to post and stuff like that, is I can't stand recording in the customer's house. Like I've done it, but like I'm at the point now where when I'm at the customer's house, I almost feel it's a little bit unprofessional to sit there and start recording, And I kind of take it as it comes, and I'll feel the customer out. If they're super cool, I'll be like, hey man, I need, would it be okay if I took a quick video for training purposes or whatever? But I'm just looking forward to having the store where I can make some decent quality videos for the community, without anyone there, without a customer, and make them real good videos. Like I'm gonna be shooting them on an iPhone, but I'll send them over to Zach when I'm done, and he can make them look like I know what I'm
doing. Paul wants to know if you're going to put some of those videos on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Rob was backing up the warranty deal. When you look at the reduced wages or income on it as cost of advertising, it's probably a little higher cost of advertising for the difference, but it takes no effort. And Andrew says it's very unprofessional to perform repair while video is your priority. Well,
yep, that's kind of how I felt, and it wasn't my priority. It was more so like, hey, can I get a quick video of this for training purposes? And that would usually be the phrase that I would use, like, because it is for training purposes, to show other people within the community, or even my own guy like Zach. I've taken several videos in customers' house where it was like, oh, Zach hasn't seen this, I want to show it to him, and I'll take a quick video, ask the customer, would it be okay if I took a quick video of this to show my new guy that's still learning? Yeah. And you have to kind of gauge it off the customer too. Like if they're real, you can discern people. Yeah. Like if they're super cool, they're gonna be down with it.
I do the same thing when I'm done. When I was starting to build the websites, I wanted to get some pictures of me with appliances, different repairs that we done, and I would always ask at the end if I could, if they minded if I took a picture for our website. And they're usually like, "Oh, what about the mess?" I'm like, "It's just going to be the appliance. It's not going to show any of your mess."
I had one customer offer to be my cameraman once. I was like, "Do you mind if I take a quick video of this?" She goes, "Oh, do you want me to be hold the camera for you?" And I was like, "No, I got it. I appreciate it, but
yeah,
it'll just be quick."
I've asked the customer before if they would do a video testimonial. This is Joe Seeley said they're going to be putting video on their site to help boost it. I was checking out their site the other day because they posted something on their page. I don't know who's doing it. I think I do, but they're doing blog articles for tips and tricks, and it's some really good stuff. And
yeah, I like that. I'm gonna
I've been thinking you put some videos with it, really catches the eye and helps build up your Google authority. I think I don't know that stuff, but we did get a question in from Bob. We're getting a bunch of questions now. We're gonna pick pick ones that stand out to us. So if we miss you, don't be mad. Bob says, are you guys increasing wages lately for employees? Cost of everything's going up. I think for me and TK, we're both doing commission wages. Now, I do have one guy that's hourly, but he just started. With the commission, you give yourself a raise by selling better or raising your rates. And we have recently raised our rates slightly in the last 2 months, which gives a raise. And the guys have noticed that. But any of you out there, hourly employees, want to answer that question, help Bob out, let us know.
We just put into practice profit sharing with Zach and Beth. We're still fine tuning it. So basically, the way we have it set up right now, each quarter, they'll get a percentage, and that percentage can grow as they grow within the company. But right now, they get Beth gets her salary, Zach gets his commission every 2 weeks, and then every quarter, at the end of every quarter, when me and my business partner do our owner's draw, before we do that, we look at the profit and give them a percentage. I'd like to have a serious discussion within the community on other people that might be doing that in their companies, because I want to make sure that I'm doing it the right way, that I'm dotting my I's and crossing my T's.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm doing something very similar. What you're doing with the CSR, I like, because she kind of works. She's the only one that works for you and only works for you to some extent, right? But I've got my office help. I couldn't possibly give all of them raises and profits, but they are a big part of my success. So I like that idea. What I've been doing is quarterly profits sharing for each tech on what they sell. So what they bring into the company, the total of their service charge, labor, and any fees we can tie to it, like 2-man charge or specialty tools. I give them a percentage of the quarterly total each quarter for their own work. So it's just a little, I don't know if it's a motivator, but it's just a little treat. Hey, here's an extra percentage to put in your pocket to say thank you, for what you're doing. But you talking about Beth, it kind of seems like her should be a portion of the entire thing if it's not just one person, But
Yeah,
that's my take on it.
It's a percentage of the total profit. But I'm thinking about doing Zach's differently. I don't know. We still got to work out the kinks. Right now, everything's working good and everybody's making money and bills are paid. Everything's going great. So, Q2 was just amazing, man. I shared my numbers with you.
Yeah.
But we're on track to not only reach our goal for this year, but to blow it out of the water possibly. Depending on.
I think you're going to.
Problem is, me and old Austin, we like to take vacations. Well, and that does not increase profits. I will say that.
The young fella though said first time he's out earned you guys.
Yep.
And that's big in that. So most of the first half of the year was without him full time.
Right.
So he's going to be full time. You guys are going to make up for some of that for the summer vacations at the river. But I think it's going to balance out and you're going to smash it. You're going to smash your goal. Like I'm hoping to have the similar thing because we just hired the new guy and if we can get him loaded up, we'll probably blow through ours too. But we're excited here. We had another question from Gasper. Are you guys
Gasper.
are you guys using Blue Book for pricing? I built my pricing structure based off of Blue Book loosely. I noticed what prices for different repairs were, kind of the same way Dean discussed. If you ever watch a interview with Dean, asking him about how he came up with the structure, it, he pretty much said that as he networked with other business owners, he noticed that a lot of them were charging similar prices. So he developed the structure, the formula to say, for this type of job, this is what, and it's a whole lot more detailed than that. But I kind of did the same thing. I started noticing about what price jobs were and priced my structure accordingly. And I've adjusted it as we went to raise for the cost of expenses, the cost of doing business. So I don't use it daily, but every time we price something, it's loosely based off of that. I'm a
Yeah,
believer in it.
I don't use it at all. I have my own flat rate tiered pricing guide that I put together myself, and that's what I use. It's really simplistic, and it works. It's easy to teach to new people, and it's something EJ helped me with. We put it onto a spreadsheet, and we don't even use the spreadsheet. Like we just teach. Zach knows what to charge for different jobs, and every once in a while, if he's uncertain, he'll either call Beth or call me or Austin. But the spreadsheet's there if we ever need it. I actually need to go in there and work on it a little bit. There's a few things I need to add. But no, I don't use Blue Book. I don't have. I used to be a big anti Blue Book guy, but I'm not anymore. I see the value in Blue Book, and I think that you as a technician or as a business owner, I should say, as a business owner, need to know first of all what you need to make and where you're planning to go with your business, and then price accordingly. If you don't know your cost of doing business, then that's where you need to start. And then what your goals are as a company will also play a huge part of your pricing, because if you're trying, it takes money to grow, man. It takes
Yeah.
a lot of money to grow a business. Um,
Yeah.
you have to price accordingly, and you have to know your worth, man. We are for those of you out there that are professionals doing professional work, you should charge professional rates.
Yes, sir. That thing that Doug has said a few times is what hit me the first time. It was on a round table year and a half ago. Kind of gave me permission to raise my prices the first time, and I'm still slowly getting to the point where we need to be. He said, "You might be a one man show now, but where do you want your business to be? Do you want
Yeah,
to have 10 trucks on the road, service manager, general manager, and 5 CSRs, whatever it is? Don't get hung up on those numbers, but charge now for the company you want to be."
yeah,
And I've not done that, but I've gave myself permission to price to the size of the company we are, and a little bit above, because you can't afford to grow if you don't. And it just really hit me like that. That's what helped. Uh, we had a couple comments here. Uh, Plumber Payday says he's new to the industry. Seems like sealed systems are the way to go. Training is kind of costly. Any suggestions to learn and train myself until I'm ready?
get
For
you a torch set, oxyacetylene or turbo torch.
Mm-hmm.
Get you couple scrap pieces of copper and start practicing. Well, if you're a plumber, you probably already know how to
Yeah.
braze to a certain. I mean, if you're a plumber, you probably know how to braze, so that might not even be your issue.
I was kind of agreeing with you until I remembered he's probably a plumber.
Yeah, so you probably already got the brazing down. If you don't know how to braze, start practicing brazing. And Steve Bretz gave me a little tip that he shared in his group and publicly quite a bit is get you a compressor, old compressor, and turn the box on its side and try brazing and debrazing on that compressor without burning the box. Keep you a fire extinguisher close or something to put the fire out in case you do catch something on fire. I've done that. I did that when I got my oxyacetylene set up because I was still practicing. I'm still practicing with it. But if you're trying to learn how to braze, that's a good way to learn. As far as theory and all that stuff, you really need to take
Mm-hmm.
some kind of training. Whether you go to like Dyer or Fred's or go out and ride with Justin for a week or go to TMM's class in Florida. Just pay the money, man, and get the training because you're gonna make it back within the first few jobs. I mean,
Yeah.
SEAL system money is different. It hits different.
3 jobs max, you'll have your money back.
Yeah, so just pay the money.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. That's not something you want to teach yourself really, and you'll want to practice after the training. But yeah, there's several good ones out there. We missed SSG. I don't know where you're located. SSG's in Georgia, TMM's in Florida. I think
Dyer's in Texas, right?
yeah, Dyer's in Texas. Fred's is in Northern Ohio. I think boot camp teaches it to some degree. I'm not sure, but that's in North Carolina. So there's a few options out there, and of course Justin's in Kansas. He hosts people for a week at a time to teach them. It's probably one of the more affordable ones. See, we're getting a bunch of comments in here. Chris says, "What accounting software is everyone using? I
What's
know a
up,
lot of the
Chris?
POS systems integrate with QuickBooks." QuickBooks.
Yeah, I'm using QuickBooks. I just switched over to My Office Help for all my bookkeeping. Shout out to myofficehelp.com. And they got me all set up. They're doing my payroll. They're doing everything, man. It was game changer. We all get direct deposit now. And having that QuickBooks online, I haven't played with it a whole ton. That's on my to-do list in the next week or so. But it's a game changer. And if you're looking for somebody to help with the bookkeeping, My Office Help and Shayna, they really do a really good job. Thus far for me.
Yeah, they've been doing my books for about a year and a half now. So I'm very happy. We'll put a tag for them here in the thing. So Emmett says, get the equipment and an old fridge and start practicing. I would still do that after that. I'm doing that. Like I got my training for the sealed system, and I've got some old fridges, and we're gonna work through it together as a team now. And they're lucky they get to learn from me. Not lucky, but cheaper. Mike Reed, little advice here: make sure you vent the R600 units first. They're very flammable if you don't do it right. That's the idea.
That's what I'm going to learn next is the R600. I went to what's the name of that appliance and furniture store? Cons or Corns or something like that. Anyway, I went in there the other day and just checking out all the fridges. and they're all R600. Every single one, even the mini fridges coming out are R600. So you have to adapt, man. If you don't adapt, like it doesn't matter whether you like it or not. It's not like we're all going to come together and say, oh, we don't like this R600, and they're going to change it. They don't care what we think. They've made that
Yeah.
perfectly clear. So you either going to adapt and learn this new stuff as it comes out, and that's across the board in appliance repair. You either learn it or you become obsolete. And R134 is still going to be around for quite some time. But once them R600 calls start rolling in, I don't want to miss them. So I feel like I'm already behind on my training because I don't know it. So
Yeah. How many R600s are you walking away from?
I've walked away from one so far.
One. I've probably walked away from a half dozen, and I don't know what. Is that your kid?
Yeah, he's peeking in.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. Brandon, I'm going to that TMM refrigeration training, not next week, but the week after. And Brandon said that they're having Lockring come and do a little bit of R600 too. So
I saw that.
We're gonna get a little bit of the inside piece, see what happens. So, but we rolling up on an hour. Probably
We are.
probably time to roll on. Got a little bit of advice here from Mike. Common cause of a failed compressor can be contamination due to refrigerant leak. That's true. Dr. Dan says R600s are already having compressor problems.
Dr.
AKA,
Dan.
get on the boat. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah. Dan's the man. He's one of those fellows that I keep in the old pocket to dial up whenever I'm having an issue with something and can't figure it out. That guy, when it comes to those LGs, he know. I mean, not just LGs, he knows his stuff. Period. But let me see on Dan's. Yeah, I like that pick, Dan. Your beard's a little shorter in that one. Is that a new pick or an old pick? Because your beard was definitely bigger in the old one, or
was
the
down
other.
to about here. He's
Yeah.
down about here, all white. I think
Yep.
Dan just signed up with my office help too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he signed up while down there in Atlanta. But you guys all have a good weekend. We're gonna close it down for the weekend. You gonna do happy hour later, TK?
Today is Friday, isn't it? Let me
Friday.
think for a second. Yeah, that's the plan. As long as nothing crazy happens, I might be doing happy hour from the store because I'm probably going to the store after work today to just keep cleaning up and doing my thing over there. I'm gonna try to convince my family to meet me over there again, and it was amazing, man. They came over yesterday and I mean, they were only there for maybe an hour and a half or so, and they got so much done. Well, you look good, Dr. Dan. Either way, you looking good, brother. It's cool, man. I'm excited to get my family involved with the store. It's going to be cool to see how they play into it and how everything plays out.
Yeah. You want to see his store, Dan? Come on the happy hour or check out his TikTok that he shared.
Yep.
Uh,
Appliance_thrift on TikTok.
It's appliance and thrift store, Emmett. You talked about it at the very beginning. Check out the TikTok, and you get to find out a lot more about it. But we're gonna roll. I may or may not be on the happy hour, but I'll be back with Doug Monday morning. We're gonna talk about the seasons. A time for a season for everything, and what we need to do in each season. So
You
a
gonna
little
get
bit
some
of weathering the storms.
Ecclesiastes?
Yeah, it's Ecclesiastes. That's it.
There you go, buddy.
The
Y'all have a
biblical
great
scholar.
weekend.
Peace.
Peace.